What up, folks? Welcome to the Thursday forecast. So it's the later part of the week and the markets are still ranging. Now there is a bit sign of life on the euro pairs, but just a little bit, nothing much to be honest. So let's start with the usual suspect, which is EU, which is range bound, of course. This pair really likes to be range bound for a long time, stuck in this wide flat range. Now we are getting a move right here, but because of the overall price action, I'm being definitely a bit more careful. What I would like to see here is, well, I would maybe consider taking a flag right here. Maybe, not sure really, can't really say. I would have to look how the flag forms and how this candle closes. If we get any sort of a wick, I'll just stay out. You know, it's not for me. But what would be good is a pause and then another push, a break and retest trade, or maybe a flag further down, or even a trend to start. Anyway, what we're looking for is for the price to break out of this range. That would be the best option. So something like this, and then look to sell. That would be the best possible scenario. Currently we are just kind of taking valid setups, not really high probability stuff, because you can see just we had a push up range, push down. It just looks it just doesn't look promising. Now, as I said, I would consider taking that break and retest if this trend down continues, but I would need to see how it forms. So not really confident in taking it. And I would say be a bit more patient, to be honest. Wait for the price to break out on one side or the other. Then also do look for maybe a V reversal, then a range, then a push up. I would maybe advise you to look for a descending, but to be honest, with the overall price action, I would just say look for the price to break large to the upside with a large break, or a large break to the downside. So no ascendings, no descendings, nothing fancy like that, just for it to move away from the current range bound structure. You can see we have been ranging for, what is it, 10 days now, something like that, in this flat range. And now for the next pair, EJ. This one actually looks a bit better, looks promising. We are stuck in this descending range, sort of a corrective descending structure, and I know that the euro pairs really love to do this sort of thing. They love to ascend correctively, they love to descend correctively in these large structures. So that is interesting, but it's not really good for us trend traders. Now, I did have an order on to sell short after this candle. So what I was looking for, what I was seeing is a push down, pullback, another push down, clean close. I was waiting for it to tag me in and go. Unfortunately, the next candle did not tag me in. Instead, what happened, it pushed a bit down, created a wick, retraced, and now this candle is retracing. So let's see what will happen at this point. Now, what I would like to see is a nice flag right here. Just a second, I would be happy to take a flag, but the best possible scenario would be a pullback, another push with a clean close, and then a break and retest trade. One of the pair characteristics of euro and the Japanese yen is it can really pull back a lot and then just tap you in and go. And I'm looking for that tap and go. I'm looking for a large push and then for it to tap me in on a break and retest, and then just to shoot down. That would be the highest probability scenario for me. Now, if we start to descend, then do be careful. Then do look for a reversal to the upside like this. Or if we get a V reversal, look for a range, look for a push up, look to buy on a nice flag. Or if we ascend, I would just leave it alone, because then it's still stuck in this overall range and it's most likely going to remain range bound. So my main point here is we're getting a move, we're getting a trend down, and now we need to see if this trend will be sustained or if it will just fizzle out like this. That's my main point. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Nothing else really fits my plan. This is AU, Aussie US dollar, and it's just range bound. So just stuck in a range, also correctively ascending. As you can see here, really corrective moves, lots of wicks, V reversals, nothing really high probability. Maybe some people were looking at this, are looking actually at a reversal rate like this. For me, I'm not really looking for that sort of a thing, since we are in a corrective ascending structure. It's not showing me much promise. What I'm looking for is a large push down, nice flag or a nice break and retest, or a large push up, a nice flag or a nice break and retest for a nice uptrend to start. That's it, nothing complicated. I'm just looking for the price to move away from the current structure and to give me some nice trends up or a nice trend down. Moving on, nothing more to say, to be honest. I have been blabbering about the range bound pairs for a really long time, and there's just no point. Since they are range bound, what we're looking for is momentum. AJ, now this looked promising. As I talked about yesterday, we had a V reversal. We had this really, I would say, nice range, and I was expecting for this to push up because that is a common pattern. Unfortunately, we did push up, but then it retraced straight away. So we got a push, created a huge wick, and just shot down with some large momentum, broke the low, retraced, left huge double wicks. So this, you know what I'm going to say, it's range bound, and what I'm waiting for is just for it to move away from the current structure. I'm waiting for a large push down or a large impulse up or some sort of a break and retest further up, also for a trend to be confirmed. So a trend is a push, pull back, another push. That for me is a confirmed trend. So yeah, it's currently range bound and I'm waiting for that nice confirmation. It is kind of going down with this first leg, a pullback, and then this second leg, but as you can see, it just broke the low and retraced. Nothing more to say really. GU. So on GU, I am only looking for a large impulse. So no matter the price action, I'm looking for a large impulse, and currently it's not showing me what I want to see. I'm not seeing a large impulse. We saw a large push up, but then it just ascended, signaling a reversal, and now we're seeing a smaller push down. But if this continues like this, I will look to sell on a nice flag or a break and retest. I just want to see a large momentum. Same thing up, I want to see a large push up and a nice trend to start. Nothing complicated really, and it's also kind of moving in this ascending, corrective ascending structure. So we're waiting for better price action. And yeah, that is about it for the forecast and the trade recap. So let's see what today will bring us. Usually on a Wednesday, Thursday and Friday we start to get some nice moves. Let's see if this will happen on the pairs, and I will see you guys tomorrow.